How's it going, everyone? You're looking particularly good today, but you know what you have to keep doing in order to keep looking good, and that's going to be taking care of your skin. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Tyler Warlow, and I make videos on things that I wish that I knew when I was younger. These videos all center on how to improve your life through your confidence, capabilities, and overall happiness. In today's video, I figured that I would give you a quick and dirty rundown of what the basics of skincare are. And then I will also give you a few different tips that helped me to improve the look of my own skin. If that sounds interesting to you, let's go ahead and jump into the video. First off, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're washing your face with some sort of cleanser. This is going to be different than just using simple body soap because the skin on your face is different than the skin on the rest of your body. The skin on your face is actually a little bit thinner and more sensitive than the skin on the rest of your body. So it's more prone to drying out and being damaged when you use harsh soaps like you would normally use for your body wash. So instead, you're going to want to go with some sort of cleanser that is specifically meant for washing your face. It's important that you pick the right product here based on your skin type. I personally have a pretty oily face, so I have to go ahead and get some sort of cleanser that allows me to take a lot of that oil off. For people who might have more dry skin, there are more gentle cleansers that won't dry out your skin as much. You really have to experiment and try and figure out what's best for you. You're gonna wanna make sure that you're using this cleanser every single day. This is gonna help clean off any dirt, grime, and sweat that you build up throughout the night and help you to wash it off in the evening. Next up, you're gonna wanna get yourself an exfoliant. An exfoliant is not something that you're going to use every single day. Rather, you're actually going to use it more like 2 or 3 times a week, depending on how dirty your skin gets. But what an exfoliant does is allow you to get a little bit more aggressive of a scrub on your skin. It helps to take off the dead skin cells and any other grime that's been a little bit harder and more built up that your regular cleanser hasn't been able to remove. Now, one thing that you're gonna wanna keep in mind nowadays is you want to get some sort of exfoliant that the exfoliation part of it is natural. There's a lot of exfoliants out there nowadays that use microplastics and little tiny microbeads, and that can actually introduce microplastics into your body. The effect of microplastics on the body is still not really well known, so I think it's best to err on the side of caution and get yourself exfoliants that use natural ingredients rather than plastics. Finally, you're going to want to use some form of moisturizer. Again, this is going to be a little bit dependent on your skin type. For me, since I'm more oily, I have to get some sort of facial moisturizer that doesn't leave an oily residue on my face. You're going to want 2 different types of moisturizer. You're going to want one for your regular day and you're going to want one for night. The moisturizer that you want to use through the day, you're going to want to have some form of SPF in it. This is going to help protect you against the sun's damaging rays, and it really doesn't have to be that much. It can be something as small as 15 SPF. But by building some sunscreen into that, you're going to help prevent skin damage over time as you expose yourself to more and more of the sun's rays. By combining that with your moisturizer, you're getting a 2-in-1 combo, which allows you to help keep your skin looking healthy and moisturized while also protecting it from the sun. You don't necessarily need SPF while you're sleeping at night. And you're gonna probably want some form of moisturizer that helps to aid in your body's natural recovery that it goes throughout the night when you sleep. That's why I advise getting a different type of moisturizer, because usually nighttime moisturizers are gonna help your body to recover and keep your skin looking fresh when you wake up in the morning. Now, those are the 3 basics. That's really all you need: a basic cleanser, an exfoliator, and then some form of moisturizer. There are, of course, several different other steps that you can add to a skincare routine, but those are the basics for anyone that has like a busy lifestyle or just doesn't want to overcomplicate things. Doing those 3 things is going to help clear up a majority of any skin issues that you might see. Now, something that you're gonna wanna keep in mind is your skin is still your skin. It's naturally gonna go through times when it's more irritated and has breakouts, so you you need to be patient with it and not constantly be worrying about what it looks like. Having one pimple is not going to be the end of the world, so make sure that you're not over analyzing your skin and worrying too much about it. Now, I was someone that when I was in high school, because of my oily skin, had a lot of breakouts and a lot of acne. So there were a few other tips that I implemented into my own skincare that helped me to clear up the majority of my skin issues. If you're dealing with a lot of acne, you're going to want to avoid touching your face as often as possible. Our hands touch a lot of different things throughout the day, and you'd be surprised about the amount of dirt and grime that can build up on your hands without you even noticing. So then when you're going and touching your face with those same dirty hands, you're transferring any of that dirt and bacteria onto your face, which is what can lead to breakouts. So try to avoid touching your face as often as possible. Next up, if you start to have a pimple, try your best to not pop it. I know that that's what everyone wants to do because everyone thinks it's super satisfying and super gross, but you really don't want to do this. First off, when you pop a pimple, any of that pus that you had inside of that pimple is going to come out and touch the skin around it. Usually that pus is full of bacteria, and the pus is your body's way of trying to fight it off and get it out of the body. When that pus comes into contact with the skin around the pimple, that then spreads that bacteria and can lead to larger breakouts. Next up, you'll remember that earlier I said that your skin on your face is a lot more sensitive than the skin on the rest of your body. So when you pop a pimple, it's a lot more likely to lead to some scarring on your face than you would have if you had left it alone. And I can speak from experience from this. I have several acne scars, and I just highly recommend leaving it alone to the best of your ability if you want to keep your skin looking smooth and young. One of the next things that I did to help me clear up my skin was to reduce the amount of processed and sugary foods that I was eating. Now, don't get me wrong, I love to have some ice cream, and frankly, I can eat a whole pint by myself easily. However, when I was in high school, I was having a lot of this processed food and junk because I would get off of work and there was a McDonald's right next to the Harris Theater, so I would buy myself some fast food. Of course, when you're ingesting a lot of this really greasy and gross food, your body then excretes that through oil and sweat on your skin, which can then lead to more breakouts. By reducing the overall sugar content and junk food that was in my diet, it led to me having less oily skin, which helped to reduce my overall breakouts. And finally, if you are someone who tends to go to the gym or works outside a lot and tends to sweat, whenever you are done doing whatever activity it is that was causing you to sweat, I recommend washing your face as soon as possible. The longer that you let sweat just sit on your skin, the greater the likelihood that bacteria and other grime and dirt can just continue to build up and get into your pores. By getting that sweat washed off quickly, it helps to prevent that buildup, which then lessens how often you're going to experience a breakout. But that's going to bring us to the end of today's video. I hope that you found the information in it to be helpful or informative. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to join me along in this self-improvement journey. If you'd like to see more videos like this one where I talk about confidence and self-presentation, be sure to check out this video right here where I talk about how to level up your confidence in 2025. If you're more interested in my most recent stuff, be sure to check out this video right here. But until the next time, this is Tyler Warlow, signing off.